Hello and welcome to day one of our 7-day step-by-step video class on what I would do if I felt stressed out, burned out, and wanted to quit my job, but I knew that I couldn't. This is designed for those of you that really want to learn how to feel better in a situation where you feel like you have very little control over, but that is taking a lot of your energy away from the things that you love, and you want to be able to make a shift. I have notes. So before I get started, my name is Yashica. I'm the founder and CEO of the Lynn Group. We do two things here at the Lynn Group. Number one is we develop leaders, and we develop leaders by high performance principles. We worked with entrepreneurs, we've worked with executives, we worked with all types of leaders in order to help them learn how to develop the inner psychology that not only helps them learn how to develop themselves on a continuous basis and be accountable and responsible in their leadership practice, but to do it in a way where they're not stressed out and burned out, and their well-being is at the first and foremost. It's a priority for them. And we do that with individuals, we do that with organizations, and we also, because we have worked in leadership in various areas, we go into organizations and help them out with their operations and productivity lags that are costing them lots of money. So that's just what we do if you're curious. So anyway, that's enough about me. So in this program, again, you are here because you feel stressed out, you feel burned out, you feel like you want to quit your job, but you know that you can't. People are dependent on you. It's your livelihood, or else you got to line some stuff up. So I'm just going to teach you how to deal with where you are now. That is the benefit of these emails. You're going to think these email lessons are they're short. You think that they're fly by night. You may not take them seriously. But what I'm here to tell you is that if you can promise yourself that for 7 days, you can commit to watching these videos shorter than 15 minutes and implementing what I teach you in these videos, you're going to have breakthroughs, and you're going to have immediate relief and aha moments that are going to help you to move forward fast. A lot of times we sign up for these things, we watch the first video, and then we just let it fall to the wayside. And then we wonder why things get worse, or things never change, or we're in a hamster wheel that feels like a pattern of events in our life. Is because we haven't crack the code on what it takes to have a breakthrough. And this will absolutely teach you that if you can stick with it and commit at least 20 minutes for only 7 days to yourself. So let's get into day one, and it's called Feeling Your Feelings Beautifully. So emotions are a part of our everyday life. As a human in the world, we're going to have ups and downs. We're going to experience emotions. So the first thing when we move into day one's lesson about feeling your feelings beautifully is understanding that it is normal for you to go through periods in life where you may be feeling like you feel right now. The issue, though, and this is why I want to teach you how to feel these feelings beautifully, is that we are not taught in our conditioning to feel our feelings in a constructive manner. So in today's lesson, I want to teach you how to feel the feelings about where you are right now and your job. And I want you to be able to do it in a more conducive manner, or as I say, feel them more beautifully. So feel your feelings beautifully. In our conditioning, we've been taught to connect our thoughts and our feelings to the things that we are experiencing in life. This is backwards. I'm going to teach you how to really think and feel. If you want to think and feel like a successful person that's not depressed, that's not sad, that's not having burnout, that's not trying to find relief. But for the purposes of this lesson, in our conditioning, most often than not, we've been taught to connect our thoughts and our feelings to the things that we're experiencing in our life. We then experience these feelings with very little awareness. We express them instinctually, impulsively. I don't mean that you pop off and you don't know how to control what comes out of your mouth. When I say impulsively or instinctually, it means that you automatically think that the thought patterns and the feelings that you have are just things that automatically pop up, but they're not. They're not automatic. There is a way to intervene and intercept what you think and what you feel so that you can experience relief. We then experience these feelings with very little awareness. We express them impulsively or instinctually, which causes unintended reactions. Or worse, you don't express yourself, you ignore or repress these feelings, and that ends up tearing you apart further. Feeling your emotions beautifully is about learning to observe how you feel so that you can gain insights not only about yourself and what you're experiencing, but you also learn how to feel feelings more beautifully so that you can understand how to get the information you need to get the relief and actually get answers that are going to start to move you forward so that you don't feel confused, like you don't have any control and like you have all this pressure, but you don't know what to do about it. Feeling your feelings beautifully is going to teach you how to move past the pressure and past the pain and past the stress that you may be experiencing. For today's lesson, here's something that you're going to need to flesh out for day one. I want you to write down the following questions that I'm about to give you, and I really want you to take some time to think about a real in-depth, honest answer to the questions. And I want you to give it your best when you are answering these questions, because this is how you're going to experience these big breakthroughs that I'm talking about that you could experience in the short amount of time that we have together so that you can start to feel relief. So here are the 3 questions for our lesson for today. Number 1 is, what specifically are you feeling? A lot of times we will say things like, I don't feel loved, I don't feel appreciated, I feel burned out, I feel stressed out. Those are not specific. Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling irritable? Are you feeling like you're ignored? Are you feeling like you say things and people don't listen? Are you feeling physically exhausted? So number 1 is, what specifically are you feeling? Number 2, what is this feeling telling you about this current situation? What is the feeling that you've identified telling you about the current situation that you're in and you're referring to? And then number 3, why is this feeling happening now? Why is this feeling happening now? I'll give you an example and I'll show you how it can lead to some clarity. So number 1, what specifically are you feeling? I could say that I am feeling physically exhausted. Like I could take a nap, lay down and take a nap and just sleep for 12 hours every day. I'm just physically exhausted. Number 2, what is this current feeling telling you? What is this feeling telling you about the current situation? So my exhaustion right now could be telling me that maybe one of the reasons that I don't like my job is because it's physically exhausting. Or maybe what the feeling is trying to tell me about my current situation is there's something that I'm pouring too much energy into, or a disproportionate amount of energy into, that maybe is not the thing that I should be doing, the thing that I could be doing, the thing that fulfills me. There's a variety of answers. It's going to be different for all of us, but what is the specific feeling telling you about the current situation? And why is this feeling happening now? The third question. Maybe it's happening now because every 5 minutes this COVID stuff is changing everything, and I have to do all this work that I didn't expect to do. So maybe the pandemic has a temporary solution, has added a temporary but large plate of work onto your plate. Maybe you're feeling exhausted right now because, coupled with the fact that work is demanding and there's not enough people at work, you also don't take care of yourself physically. So I want you to, and so now it's compounding, right? Maybe before you could get by with not physically taking care of yourself, but now that compounded with the increased demand is starting to take its toll on you and you're feeling exhausted. Maybe you have stuff going on at home that's exhausting, plus all of the stuff going on at work, and it's finally starting to take its toll on you. I don't know what that is for you, but again, for day 1, what specifically are you feeling? What is this feeling telling you about this current situation? And why is this feeling happening right now? All right, so you go ahead and you take some time, journal on that. If you need to go back and watch this so that the lesson sinks in for you, then make sure you rewatch it as many times as you need. And I will see you tomorrow for video number 2.